Well, greetings, YouTube model people. How's it going? Okay, coming at you here with a shop card shout out and some thank yous along with that, and a little tiny bit of a stash ad update. And yeah, so we are back at the shop after a beautiful, wonderful vacation. Just a great experience. Quite an undertaking. I'll just keep it very brief. It was a trip that I had planned or thought would be taking place 5 years from now, shortly after I retire from work, which I'm still hoping is the timeline for that. But due to some very unique circumstances, I was able to move that trip up 5 years and take it this particular year, which marks my 25th year with my company, which is going to be May 19th. And also, I'll be turning 50 later this year in September. So that was a special enough reason to take a trip, a solo trip, believe it or not, the furthest by far that I've ever been, traveling. And I went to go to enjoy the absolute natural beauty of the Maldives. Which, if you're not familiar, the Maldives is in basically the middle of the Indian Ocean. Absolutely gorgeous area of islands. There's a total, I believe, of about 1,200 islands, but only about 200 have resorts or, some sort of inhabitants, but mostly resorts. So again, it was just an incredible time, an incredible once-in-a-lifetime type of situation, and it was just wonderful. But anyway, with that aside, we are back here now at the shop, and things are rocking and rolling, and we're again going to get caught up here with some shop cards that came in and just some other general things. So right at the top, we are going to show you that I have received my tokens for the 2022 Egg Plane Group build, which I participated in again this year, the 4th year that the build has been hosted by Charlie Mack and Daniel, Munchkin Modeling Man 72. So yeah, super cool. I just love this idea with the tokens. Just a great, cool thing. And really, it's really nice that people are actually going through that effort to get some put together and get them sent out during a time where mail and stuff and cost of things are so high right now that to do that and post them out is just really nice and really special. So a special shout out, I guess, to Papa Dan also, because I understand he's been helping out folks who want to do tokens for group builds and such. He's been assisting in that effort. So again, thank you so much to Charlie Mack and Daniel both for hosting again. And of course, I did my build in the blue, gold, blue, yellow colors to support the Ukraine. And I just made a small note on the back to kind of, I don't think I'll need any kind of reminder of what that's for, but just in case I forgot, I put a little note on there of, the fact that, we did this to support the people of the Ukraine. And so also to go along with this, we have Charlie Mack's new shop card, the Model Works, all things styrene. That, again, Mac, just so you know, from a historical thing, this was the first video I saw on your channel, was your battle truck, which is it's still my favorite build that you've done to date. And that's saying something because you've done so many incredible builds. I do like the Huntley as well, but for sure, because I love the story and the history of that. But yeah, that battle truck is just incredible, and I was lucky enough a couple years ago to see that in person at the Acme show. Just awesome. And this build is so cool as well. I'll never forget when you first got this kit and did like a mini review of the instructions and what was involved with it. And I'm glad to see you moved that up kind of early to build and such, which was just a super unique and interesting project. And yeah, good old Chopper. How can you do wrong with that, right? Beautiful. So again, thank you, Charlie, very much for the shop card, but more importantly, thank you for the very kind words on the back I send that back and more to you as well. It's been absolutely great, to have met you and then also to kind of exchange back and forth so much through the last few years. So thank you again. Also, another shop card we have is Daniel's new shop card, Munchkin Modeling Man 72. And he's got a beautiful set of builds on this card. Very, very cool. This is one of my favorite ones here, this guy, which is really nice. But really, all of them are nice. And thank you very much, Daniel, for all the support. It was a pleasure to meet you down at Acme last year in 2021 and meet you for the first time. Had a lot of fun talking with you, especially after the show on Saturday night back at the hotel. It was very cool hanging out with you with a bunch of the folks. Now, moving along to another shop card, which an updated shop card, which I think is super cool that folks are actually going and updating their cards a little bit and sending them out again. That's a very, very neat idea. Maybe I'll do something similar. I don't know. Kind of planting a seed in my head of maybe doing it. But let's shout out to Mr. Doug Hensley over, of course, at Hensley's Hobbies from the wonderful bluegrass state of Kentucky. So very cool card, Doug. I also use Vistaprint. I know you've mentioned it before, that's where you get your cards from. I used Vistaprint, and I think they do an excellent job. As a matter of fact, I had an online chat session when I set up my card with a tech support guy to just make sure I was doing everything just right, and they were excellent to assist with that. And not only did I get Doug's shop card, he included one of his little business cards, which these are really cool. Very, very sharp. And that is one wicked ride on the back, too. No doubt. Very cool. So, here we are with Shop Card Shout Out. And let's go to our little bit of a stash ad update. And you know what's funny about this is just realizing, and I'm looking down here at what I'm about to show everyone, is these stash ads coordinate perfectly with the folks I just mentioned, which is, I don't know that ever happened before, I've ever seen anyone else do that or whether I've ever had that situation. But you're going to see here in a few seconds what I'm talking about, here is what I did last year. I did again this year, which is I picked up and picked the project for the 2023 egg plane group build and just received this kit, which I picked for next year's build. You're getting a real early sneak peek, the F-22 Raptor. So again, this ties back to Charlie Mack and Daniel, of course, we were just talking about. So yeah, this is what I plan to do in 2023, unless some strange, unusual thing happens and another project happens to pop in there somewhere along the lines that I think is even cooler. But I don't think something will, because this is a really neat plane. And what's really fun about it, it comes with a female pilot, which is super cool. So, yeah, that's one of the kits we received. It took some time to get here because it came over from Asia. But yeah, just as I was wrapping up and, finishing up the egg plane group build for this year, 2022, I ordered for the next year, which is 2023. And now, tying the last stash ad here to Doug, which he's going to know right away what this is, and I'm sure it's fresh in his mind, this particular build, because he had just recently finished it, and that is this one here, the Rodin kit, which is, of course, the classic 1947 Silverside Greyhound bus kit. And this is one monster of a box, I'll tell you. It's definitely, I know, from watching Doug's videos on his build, how much is involved and how many pieces and parts. It's quite an extensive kit, and overall it looked like it went together very well. I will do a what's in the box sort of thing when I get around to this build, which is not going to be really anytime soon. One of the items right on the top that's pretty cool is like a poster of the actual bus, which is really neat. It looks to be like maybe about an 8.5 by 14 or something like that in size, almost like like a landscape sort of sized picture. And believe it or not, what's interesting is I looked at that kit when it first came out, and I said, I don't know, you know, it's interesting, it's fun, but I don't know, it didn't really, you know, strike a really good chord with me. It was okay, you know, kind of thing. All right, it's a bus, it's an older bus, pretty neat and all that. And then when I saw Doug building the kit, I thought I got more intrigued by it and said, you know what, this looks like a really good kit, really cool. Comes with the engine in the back and everything. Not bad, you know. And then when he showed his final and showed how well it comes out, well, when it's all said and done, I said, absolutely, I'm going to buy this kit, and I actually know exactly what I'm going to do with it. Interestingly enough, I'm going to build it as kind of in a dilapidated state, sitting in some sort of, you know, side of a building somewhere or whatever, or just in a field that's been left and forgotten kind of thing. And, you know, that's the way I'm going to build it, is like a kind of dilapidated, not totally rusted out, but just a dilapidated, weathered bus sitting there, kind of, as they say, fading away from life slowly. And I already know what city I'm going to put on the front for it, which is going to be New Orleans, or Norlands, as they'd say. So there's a little shout out for you there, Benny, over down at Fubar Model Yard. We're going to put New Orleans on there on the front, so as the destination location for the bus. So that's it, folks. We will be doing a kind of a project status and update overall, what we've been working on, what we're going to be working on, and just an overall channel update here very soon. What's pretty cool is while I was away, well, it wasn't cool that I was separated from my cell phone due to some mix-ups in my one backpack that I had with my cell phone in it. I was separated from it for 2 days, or almost 3 days, really. So that was kind of not good, because I wasn't able to really take too many pictures at that point. But the hotel itself had these little cell phones in your room. So I was able to, believe it or not, late at night, I was watching some model videos and such on YouTube. But I wasn't able to comment because the lettering or the character set on the phone was set for the local language. So every time you tried to type English, it would, you know, kind of put weird spaces and stuff in there. So I wasn't able to comment on videos. But I watched at least probably 24 videos from different channels and such while I was on my vacation, toward the end of the vacation. So that was kind of neat. But anyway, kind of rambling on here, guys. Sorry, it's been 12 minutes. That's way too long for this type of video. It's probably about 10.5 minutes too long. But anyway, just kind of getting back to the groove, and good to be back. It's good to get the shop back going again here with stuff and updates and projects. And yeah, as I said, stay tuned. We'll be coming up with a more extensive kind of channel update and current projects update, what we're working on and what we're going to be working on. Okay, until we speak again, we'll talk to you later. Okay, cheers.